a buttery rich custard sandwiched between a chocolatey cookie base and another thick layer of chocolate. Today we are going to make Nanaimo bars. Welcome to Alia's Food Diary. Let's start by making the bottom layer. We'll be using what's called a double boiler. Simmer some water in a saucepan, then put a heat-proof bowl on top. Now pour in half a cup of butter. Add in some chopped dark chocolate. This dessert is mainly about the chocolate, so the quality of your chocolate makes a lot of difference. Keep the flame on low. Once it's completely melted, remove from the heat. Now let's crush some biscuits. Normally people use graham crackers, but these are all I had. So let's just use these. Using something heavy, crush the biscuits. Project all your anger and aggression on these biscuits. Not too much though. You don't want to make a powder out of it. Just make sure that they look like this. Transfer to a bowl, not spilling it everywhere on the counter like me. That was hard. Now add some desiccated coconut. Take out the tiniest cutting board you have and chop half a cup of walnuts. And while I'm doing what I'm doing, let us talk about the origin of Nanaimo bars. The first known recipe for Nanaimo bars appeared in the 1952 Women's Auxiliary of the Nanaimo Hospital Cookbook and was labeled Chocolate Square. One crucial tip from my side would be to use a normal sized cutting board. That will definitely make the chopping way easier. Pour the walnuts into the bowl and mix everything. Back to the story. 1 year later, a similar recipe was published in Vancouver's Edith Adams cookbook, this time going by the name Nanaimo bar. And that's how Nanaimo bars came into existence. Or at least this is what Food Network taught me. Now pour in the chocolate butter mixture. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and push that subscribe button. And don't forget to click on the bell icon. I'm making these bars in an 8 by 8 inch pan lined with 2 parchment papers. This makes it easy to take the bars out. Pour in the mixture. Flatten it using a spatula. And press it down firmly using a flat bottom bowl, or you can simply use your hands. Let this set in the fridge. Let's make the creamy, rich and custardy middle layer. For that, we'll cream together 3/4 cup of butter, 2 cups of sugar, and 3 tablespoons of custard powder. Depending on the consistency, we'll add 2 to 3 tablespoons of milk. Starting on low speed and then increasing the speed to high after 30 seconds. We'll whip it until it's fluffy and aerated. You can adjust the amount of sugar if you like mildly sweet desserts. Did you know that Nanaimo bars are also known as the Kardashians of desserts? Who doesn't like the Kardashians? I don't. Anyway, let's get back to our custard. Our custard is now fluffy, smooth and creamy. And our first layer is fully set. Let's put on the second layer. Spread the custard layer evenly all over the biscuit base. And make sure that you level all the sides. Now this will go back to the fridge until a third layer is ready to be put on it. So let's make the ultra chocolatey last layer. We'll set up another double boiler. Add in a cup of chopped dark chocolate. and 4 tablespoons of butter. On low heat, melt the chocolate. One thing to keep in mind is that the bowl doesn't touch the water in the saucepan. It will look like a pretty thick ganache. Now let's take it off the heat. Pour it right onto the chilled custard layer and spread it with a spatula. You'll have to do this step very quickly as the chocolate will firm up as soon as it touches the chilled custard. Cover every nook and cranny and let this set in the fridge for 10 minutes. Once it's set, we'll take it out of the pan. That looks so chocolatey and rich. I can't wait to cut it. Another tip would be to dip your knife in hot water before cutting the bars. Chocolatey cookie crust, buttery custard layer, and lots of chocolate on top. This is the perfect cheat day treat.